Hello, I made a video where I said atheists, the difference between atheists and agnostics, and I got a bunch of requests, and I wanted to clarify because I got a lot of comments on it, and I think I have to make something clear here. When I say you should believe in God, like don't be an atheist, believe in God, I'm not talking about the Christian God, totally, per se. I mean, I am talking about the Christian God, but I'm not talking about the Christian God that the atheists hate, because I know exactly what an atheist is talking about when they don't like this whole Christian God. Because and if I were to hang out with a bunch of people and they'd be like the fundamentalist Christians over here and all the atheists over here, I'd be hanging out with the atheists. And I wasn't even raised to believe in God. When I was a kid, I was telling everybody, "Yeah, we don't believe in God," right? Because I was raised as Buddhist. When I say God, all I mean is it's just that the universe is alive. That's all I mean. That the universe is alive. That's God. And so if I'm going to have like videos where I talk about like down with atheism, I should probably dedicate each video to a certain argument. Kind of like what I was doing with the abortion debate with this person, an abortion person who stopped debating me because I just kept coming back at him. But each video that I made about the abortion, each one had a specific reason. So this reason here, and I'll make more. I'll be like, you should be an atheist because science supports it. And then I'll be like, I mean, you shouldn't be an atheist because science supports God. You should believe in God because God is actually, all that is. What else? Anyways, lots of reasons. So this video will be, what is God? Well, if you're a person, now I'm not gonna, somebody wrote on my video, well, you should read what atheism is before you make another video, and I don't think I'll do that. I don't have the motivation to do that. I know what my definition for atheism is somebody who doesn't believe in God or the soul. Okay. Now, some people wrote on my video and they go, yeah, well, there's the agnostic atheist and the atheist agnostic, and then you can be part this and part that. And yeah, sure, you could, but not at the same time. You could be an atheist in the morning and an agnostic in the evening, but you can't be an atheist and an agnostic at the same time. You either believe there's no God or no soul, or you haven't decided. Okay, you can't know and not know at the same time. That's like knowing you have a car but not being sure that you have a car at the same time. I mean, do you or don't you? So anyways, now I think, yeah, somebody here writes, you have to be careful what you define God to be. Some say God is a world, some of all that exists. Obviously, atheists believe that things exist and that they could be seen as parts of the whole. So by untraditional definitions, atheists would actually be theists. Yeah. So that would make an atheist. But yeah, you believe in all that exists, but you believe that it's alive. Now, if you believe that it's alive, then obviously you'd have to believe in God. Now, this video, I'm saying you should call it God. And some people might go, but that's not God. But I go, yeah, it is. I mean, some people might go, well, that's not the God of Christianity. And I go, well, yeah, it is the God of Christianity. I think. The God of the Old Testament, like Yaweh and Jahovah, were aliens. But the God of the New Testament, the one that Jesus was talking about, my Father in heaven. Now, who knows if he even said Father? I think referring to God as a he is bad. You don't want to refer to God as a he. You don't want to refer to God as a she. You want to refer to God as an it. But I think the God that Jesus was talking about is not the aliens. It's the universe. Now, I've already made a video describing what God is, but really quickly I'll describe what God is. But that would also be another video where you describe how science supports it. But it's the universe as being alive. Like if you look at, if you clear cut a forest and then you leave that forest alone, all the trees are going to grow back because it's alive. If you, desterilize something, it's going to always grow stuff. Stuff's always going to come back. But it's not just here on the earth on a patch of dirt. It's out there in the universe. They did the guy who discovered DNA did like some kind of scan of the universe with some kind of I don't know how they did it. I want to study it a little bit, but they figured out how to detect DNA, and they found that DNA is all over the universe. And I do believe that there's life all over the universe. I mean, you have life growing in, right next to red hot magma vents in the bottom deepest depths of the ocean. These little worms and stuff, and they have silicone-based worms living in, I think those are the silicone-based worms. So then if they're there, they have to be living all over the planets out there, moons of Jupiter and stuff. And they found fossils of worms on Mars already, and meteors that come. But anyways, that's science. But anyways, the idea, that's another video. But anyways, the idea is that the universe is alive, and so that's God, and that there's all kinds of rules as to how life grows and everything, and that's what I think you should believe God is. So if you're a person who's like, I'm an atheist, but you believe, if you believe that the universe is alive, you believe that there's aliens here, because I'm sure there's lots of people who are like, I'm atheist, and they think that the aliens are all over the place, like here on the earth and all over the universe, and they think life is all over the universe. Let's just assume that they believe that. And you believe, but at the same time, you don't believe in the soul, or God. Okay, my question to you would be, how could you possibly believe that there's aliens all over the place and life growing all over the place, but there's no soul? You have no soul. Because if you believe that, then you believe that you can't believe that there's life everywhere, because life comes from the higher dimension. It comes down here. Oh man, that's another video though, the science. This video was supposed to be God. Call him God. Oh man, I'm kind of torn. Should I call it the science or call him God? Call him God. I'll do the science in the next video. Call it God, because don't call it all that is, basically is what I'm saying. Call it God. I made a video, I uploaded a video a couple months ago where I said, when you talk, use simple words, because there's lots of people in this planet who aren't native English speakers, and they won't understand you if you use some big word, like existential and epistemological, all this stuff. Use the simple words, and you can get your idea across fine that way. And so I think, if you're going to try and make the whole world speak English, you want to use the simple words. Well, if you're going to have the whole world have the same religion, which I think we should do, and maybe if you disagree with me, then that's a whole nother video, but we should have the whole world have the same religion, because religion and science and truth and all that, it's the same thing. And if we're all going to have one world economy, one world language, we should have one world religion. So we should just have one word for it, so that there's no confusion. And there's also, it's like when you're a politician or a business person and you make concessions, you give a little bit to, you compromise a little bit in order to let everybody get along, like you're bartering, right? I want this much. No, I'll give you this much. Okay, I'll take this much. Okay, I'll give you this much, and then you have to have a middle ground. Same thing with the words. Atheists should just call all that is, that's alive, which is proving that even is alive and that the soul exists is a whole other video, but call it God. That's you moving a little bit towards the Christians, and then the Christians can tweak their ideas a little bit by not being so dead set that the only way to believe in God is to, do it through the one person, Jesus, the one King, the only Son of God, and all this bullshit. It's crazy bullshit. They can get rid of that whole Jesus is the only answer thing, and then believe in reincarnation. Then the atheists can believe in God, or just call God all that is God, and then so everybody can be happy with each other. The different religions do believe in different things, but if you just see the common ground in everybody, you'll realize that you all believe the same thing. It's just a different facet of the same thing. So that's my definition of what God is. Now, as far as like trying to convince an atheist that, you know, your soul does exist, that's another video.